What's going on, guys? Man, my voice is a little gone. Anyways, I just want to make this video. I felt like it was on my heart, and I feel like I need to make it for my own healing, and hopefully if I can help someone else in the process, then I will. You know, Facebook is a funny place, man. Social media in general is a funny place. It's where you can post anything, man. You can paint any picture. It's like a tapestry of what you want the world to see. You know, not very many people have it enough to be bold. Not very many people have it enough to be real. Not many people have enough to in them to be genuine. Sometimes they just put like the best pieces of everything out on Facebook, and then they do it for concern and for likes and everything like that. You know, I get in that trap every once in a while, but I usually post because I want to inspire people. But you don't know what people are going through, man. You know, it's not about how people are posting on Facebook. It's about how they're text messaging other people, what they're really saying, and how they're interacting with other people. That's where the realness comes in, man. I'll tell you what, man. Yesterday, I was hiding a lot of stuff behind my joy. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I'm in a moment, I'm able to I don't know how I'm able to do it, but I'm able to snap and be present and joyful. And I don't know if it's a concern for other people or to help other people, but I feel like that's the kind of trap that Robin Williams got into, where he's just so good at making other people happy that he couldn't even, you know, be at peace himself. And so lately I've been chasing peace, man. I went to that men's retreat on Friday. It's the closest I've ever been to God in many, many years. I have never done anything that deep at a men's retreat. I've never gone that far into my faith at a men's retreat. I've never let him freaking show me the worst of myself and be able to, you know, respond with brokenness and acceptance of myself and my flaws, and not only that, his grace, his love, his mercy. That being said, when you draw close to God, that's where the enemy doesn't want you, man. So attacks came. You know, I'm not gonna play victim. People always like, you know, oh no, you're gonna play victim. I'm not a victim of anyone. Dude, I am not a victim. I'm an overcomer. That's just flat out how it is. Anything I've ever been a victim of, I've overcame. So anything that's attacking me, I'll defeat. It's just how it's gonna be in life. Even if I'm 6 feet under, because of Christ, I'm gonna defeat whatever it is that has come. So let's go back to yesterday. Yesterday's been a bad day now. Yesterday I got an award that I kind of didn't expect to get, which was awesome. So I was able in the moment to have joy. But before I even went to that awards place, I was, before I went to the awards ceremony, I had a very dark anxiety and depression over me because first, I hurt my child. And second of all, there's other issues going on in my life that are very, very difficult right now. And so I'm sitting here just trying to scramble. My brain is I can't explain it. Anyone that's ever faced depression or anxiety, I can't explain it, man. Your brain is bouncing like a ping pong ball trying to figure out a rational thought. It's trying to cling on to something that makes sense. And half the time, nothing makes sense because everything is fucking emotional. Forgive my language, you know, but everything is emotional. I'm trying to work on that. So that's obviously a conviction right there. But I'm just saying, so I go into that thing with a dark cloud over me already. Boom, I'm able to turn it on and be joyful rush just to make sure I look out for others. I'm trying to look out for my agency. I'm trying to look out for my chief. I'm trying to look out for, you know, my own personal image. I'm trying to look out for all these people that I'm involved with. I'm trying to serve by being joyful and bring in the joy of the Lord, because I want everyone to be affected by that joy. As soon as I walk out of that thing, man, the darkness hits harder. Okay, guys, I'm struggling, man. I'm not. I have, at my best days, the strongest mind. I have a pretty strong mind even on my worst days. But on my best days, I'm impenetrable, man. I'm telling you, I've worked many, many years to make my mind really, really strong. So if something affects me, it's because I care or I love it. So the only way that I can be dragged down into this darkness or depression is not just life situations, because they're happening, man. I'm struggling financially sometimes. I'm dealing with a lot right now. There's a lot on my plate. And plus I have no family members alive to really go and talk to. That is an issue that has been just a cloud over my head. I have an aunt that lives somewhere that I can talk to on phone, but I can't just go over the house half the time and just sit down with people and just vent or cry or just be loved on or love on. It's very, very difficult right now with how I've been brought up and the different situations that have divided, man. I'm telling you, like, I love all my family, man, and we have been divided for so many years, man. You know, by pride and by different situations. It's not always like everyone's fault. It's just circumstance. But going back to yesterday, man, I almost made a mistake, man. Like I was very I didn't act, but I had a desire to, man. I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I am not suicidal, for all you freaking assholes that are gonna report me, but I had suicidal thoughts yesterday. I didn't want to live, man. I despise of life, man. And I'm gonna tell you that because I'm hoping it's gonna help someone. The only reason I'm being vulnerable right now, you can see me as weak or whatever, but in the ring I'd fuck you up. So whatever, you can say whatever. And physically I can, but mentally maybe you are stronger than me in that sense because you don't battle that thing. Judge away. Like I said, I don't really care who judges me anymore. And forgive me again for cussing, man, but I have that in me still, man. That banger in me, man. And that banger came out on Monday, and some of you guys saw that post, and it was literally me at the defense, and it was literally my flesh. And that caused a whole ripple effect of issues that have done nothing but fed to my depression and anxiety. Nothing but fed to that. And so I'm sitting here trying to play like damage control or try to like rebuild, and it's just not working, man. And so I got to a position where I just didn't want to live, man, yesterday. After good things happen, after I'm having positive interactions the day, because other things are negative in my life that I can't fix, or I can't control. And so I went to church last night. I literally, God put it in my mind to go and seek out my pastor who was at the men's retreat with me and just talk and lay it out, because I felt like every other wall would not have fed me spiritually, and that's going to sound offensive to a lot of people, and I'm just saying you that's what I felt. I felt like I needed a leader in the spiritual realm, man, to guide me, and what he did was he said anxiety is it's a control issue. When you get into like your anxiety, you're like you are freaking out because you can't control a situation, or you can't control a reaction, or you can't control a behavior. And that's true. And so he made it very clear, like, and I know the serenity prayer, I know this kind of thought. This is things I like. On my best days, I'll post this positive stuff because it's true. But when you're at your most broken, that's when you have to apply it. And it's very hard to apply things when you're at your lowest point in life. It's very hard because all you want is a way out. And it's not even the endurance that you want at that point. And you got to seek the Lord for endurance, and it has to be a struggle for you to get stronger. And you have to have resistance, and you have to have enemies and frenemies and whatever around you to build. And I get that, man. And so I don't get that when I'm at my lowest, though. And so it hit me, and I'm like, he said, why are you focusing on things that only God can help you through? Why are you focusing on getting through it in your own strength? I've been sabotaged by the world of martial arts and physical fitness for many years, thinking I'm very strong and very mighty. And in some senses, maybe I am. But I'm telling you, like, there's a brokenness within me that needs that I need spiritual things, and only God can mend and strengthen. So I'm going in that direction. But as I'm going in that direction, all these things are just coming against me, different things. And again, I'm not a victim. If you're hearing that I'm a victim, then that's fine. You believe what you want to believe about me. I can't stop it anymore. I've been told I'm so much shit. Forgive me for speaking that, but I'm so much. I've been judged, man. Like Russ is. I'm not self-conscious in the way I can't function, but I have a lot of self-reflection, and I see my horrible stuff. I've been called everything from a narcissist to this to that. I get it, and this is from different people. So maybe I am a narcissist. Maybe I am. I don't know. So my counselor, I go see counselors, doesn't seem to think so, but maybe I am in someone else's eyes, and that's okay. But I'll tell you what, this depression is a funny thing because it comes in waves, man. Sometimes depression is like the ocean flat with no storm. Then the next thing you know, it's crashing and rocking that boat and about to flip and capsize that boat. I can't explain it. So the depression started when my mom died, like many years ago, and I've been able to find joy in different things. I've always clung on to positivity because it's helped me through the depression. But when I let the anxiety and the lack of control or the emotion behind what's going on in the situation get involved, and I know better than to let emotion take over, because that will get you killed. That emotion will get your ass killed, man. And so I'm sorry, this is going to be a long video, but I'm about to finish up. But I know these things, but when I see it coming, it's like I stand in posture like, okay, let's go, let's bang, like I'm about to fight. That's the wrong attitude. Like, sometimes you have to submit to something that doesn't have any form of depression in it, or someone, that's the hint, that doesn't have any form of that Jesus battled depression too when he was on this planet, because he didn't want to be separated from God. And it's funny, what stops me when I get into those dark thoughts is I don't want to be separated from God. That sounds selfish, but it has to be that first. And then I'm like, wait, I have family. Like, I love them very much. And I've been attacked. I've been called all kinds of things this past few days, guys, like about my family and my heart, and I know it's the enemy speaking. So I'm gonna tell you what right now, like, don't believe what people tell you are. You have to, just like my pastor affirmed, and I knew this, but I needed to hear it yesterday in my darkness. You need to focus on who Christ is calling you. Like, you need to focus on who the Lord has anointed you to be. You need to focus on all that. If you do that, everything else will break off that's not meant to be in that journey with you. It's just how it is, man. And it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna sting, and it's gonna suck. And there's no help that you can give anyone when it regards to that, except for encouraging them through the path and leading them and pointing them towards the direction of your healing. That's really all you can do. And it's up to them to make the choice if they want to follow. I mean, that's how simple it is, man. But we get caught up in work. We get caught up in trying to impress like bosses and trying to save the world and save people, like, and not their souls, and not just lead people to the Lord or shine the Lord on us. We try to get caught up in all these little semantics of life, which is not good. And I wanted to share my heart with you, and I'm gonna let you judge. Like I said, I'm okay with you judging me. I'm okay with you all judging away and stating I'm who I am and how I am, and it's okay, because I know who I am. Like, I do. Am I happy with who I am all the time? Absolutely not. Am I happy with who called me and who loves me through my darkest and lowest points of life? Absolutely. You have to find the Lord right now if you're struggling, guys. Like, I'm telling you, there is no source. I'm sorry, I'm getting to work. There is no source of true acceptance and love. There's no source of acceptance and love that comes from humanity that will last and without being affected by some kind of an emotion that would make a person feel different about you. It's just at one given point, because sometimes we're going and struggling on our own, and so we end up maybe disappointed with ourselves, and so we're sitting here struggling with ourselves and trying to love someone else better than we love ourselves, when we can't. Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself. Well, the problem, people aren't loving their neighbor, is because they don't love themselves. Like, it's just the reality of it, man. There's so much hatred on this planet right now, and it's affecting me, man. I'm telling you, it is affecting me. I'm a strong dude sometimes, and I feel like I have a lot together, but where I fall short, that's when all the brokenness of this planet hits me. And then I start not looking at the inside source, which is my spirit, which is the Holy Spirit, hopefully, which is within me at the time. Instead of looking at the source of life, I'm sitting there looking at sources of death all the time. And that becomes very, very, very difficult to navigate through life. It's just, I don't know if I'm the only one that does that, because the human mind is a funny thing. 79 to 85% of all thoughts are negative. Okay, I'm gonna tell you some stats, man. So now when you go into a positive direction, everything negative is going to come out and try to pull you out of that positivity. Everything negative. It doesn't matter what it is, man. It could be a call for service. It could be a situation. It could be something that they're putting on the news. It could be that someone died in your family. It could be that someone, got in a car accident. It could be anything, someone hurting. Something negative is going to try to distract you from moving in that positive direction. It's just how it is, man. And there's nothing that you can do about it except navigate through it. But everyone on this planet, there's no such thing as a person that has it all together alone. I don't care what anyone says. David Goggins is a psychopath strong man mentally, and he still needs a team. He still needs a pacer. He still needs this. Remember that now, if you're really listening to him. All right, he's not a god. Okay, there are all these strong men and women on this planet that think that they have it all together, or these people that have all these good finances and everything like that, and they do not have light at the end of the day because they are so depressed. I know rich people that don't have it together and that are depressed, and so I'm like, I wish I was rich so I could just take care of everyone, especially my family, man. And so I'm telling you, man, the struggle's real. Is Russ still facing? I'm not out of the cloud today. It's it's a new day. I'm not out of the cloud, but man, I see the Lord a lot clearer today, man. And I have to focus on Him. And I just want to testify my brokenness to you guys right now. That although I post all these things on Facebook, I'm not hiding anything. That's genuinely my thought at the moment, or something that I'm trying to share and express because I feel like it's helping me and I want to just help out. That's how I post, man. If you think I'm some egomaniac that just wants all glory and all freaking likes, and fine, believe it. Like I said, just believe what you want to believe about me, man. But I'm the only one that get on Facebook right now and tell you my struggle right now. Everyone's gonna hide it behind wisdom and little memes and this, all of that. But I'm telling you, man, the struggle is real with Russ. The struggle is real to be a better man for my lady, to be a better man for my children. The struggle is real to be a better man for myself. And yet everything, it feels like everything is against me in that sense. And as soon as I take 2 steps forward to doing that, I'm accused of being the opposite, or I make a mistake that is like sets me back, or supposedly sets me back. And so I'm telling you right now, man, if you guys are battling, you need to seek out help, man. Seek out counseling, but you need to find out something spiritual that's going to get you going. We are spiritual beings. I don't care what you believe in. I know people that are atheists that speak spiritual needs. Everyone on this planet is spiritual. That's for positive vibes. What are you talking about? Energy. I pray to the universe. Everyone becomes spiritual weird. It's just weird, man. Let's keep it real, man. I don't care what you guys believe in. I would hope that you believe in the Lord. I would hope that when I get to heaven, that I see people that were struggling with their faith, didn't believe in God, didn't know who he was. And then all of a sudden, Jesus came out and showed you that even that depression, even that darkness that you went through, everything that you're going through right now is not anything that he couldn't handle. It's not anything that he did not handle. It's not anything that he did not overcome. It's not anything that you will not overcome through him. In the end, every tear will be wiped away, guys. You know, yesterday I wanted those tears to be wiped away a lot sooner. It's just like, I just was overwhelmed mentally. I did not know how. But you know, they call me selfish, you know, some people. But I'll tell you what, a selfish person would have already been gone. I would have been out of here. If it was not for the thoughts of other people in my life that I love, not myself, because my life can go, dude. Like, in all honesty, I lay my life down. Like, I am not afraid of death. Understand this. That's the problem. That's half of the problem. I'm afraid of separation from God and something happening in my family. Now, the fear of something happening in my family is a lack of trust in God, and just the fact that I see so much on whatever job I'm doing. You know, you guys understand which job I am, if you know. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to share that with you. I know it's a long video, but not many people are going to be real on Facebook or social media. I'm going to post this, and I'm going to let whoever has to judge me, judge me. I'm going to let whoever has to ridicule me, man. But I'm asking for people to stand with me in prayer and in spirit. Like, that's what I'm really calling out for, because the battle is heavy and something's coming, man. I'm telling you. Like, I've never been drawn to make things right with God more than ever before in my life. Ever. Like, when I'm saved, when I finally decide I want to be a disciple, like many years ago, I'm working as hard as I can. Then I would backslide or I would stumble, and then I get back up and I'd be like, on fire again, man. My fire was doused slightly, not all the way, many years ago, like 3 years ago. But guess what? It's back. And so as I'm trying to fuel that fire, the enemy's throwing water on it, man. Like, you know, there are demonic things throwing water on all of our fires, man, in life. And sometimes it's because we allow access to it, not even because they're freaking there. We just are like, hey, take it over. Have fun with me. I just pray that everyone on this planet finds completeness in the Lord before they go. But I know that's not a reality. So I pray, I ask humbly right now, as a man who battles depression, anxiety, and a distrust in God. And the flesh, dude. I am a fighter. Like, I will make mistakes. I will spur of the moment pop someone in the face. That's why I've been very careful being around certain people that I don't like. Because if they say something, I could just crack them. I'm telling you, that's in my heart, to still fight. I still want to. There are so many. I'm going to confess this. There are so many people, even on this, that might be on my social media, that have some kind of effect in my life that I want to punch sometimes in their freaking mouth. And forgive me, like, please. I'm just being very real and honest, because the fakeness. It's the fakeness that I can't stand. It's the pretending to be my friend when you're really like, you can't like stuff when I'm doing good, but you're there when things are bad. You're there fast when things are bad, but you can't like, or you can't support me when I'm on my success trail, but you want to come and pick up the pieces. It's wrong, man. And so that affects me. And you know what? I forgive you for that. You know, I gotta let that go, because that brings out that stuff that I can't be dealing with. I can't be that person. And so, guys, I just ask for forgiveness. That's really it. You know, if I've offended any one of you or affected you in a negative way, I'm sorry. I ask for your forgiveness humbly. I'm dead serious. It hurts me that I hurt you. It hurts me when I hurt people I love more than you know. That's what fed that depression over and over and over. I'm telling you guys, it was dark, man. It was the darkest I've ever been. My mother died of an accidental suicide many, many years ago. That has always affected me. And I've always wondered, how is she? Is she with the Lord? All these things, man. Still to this day, I feel that way. You know, and I can think positively, and oh yeah, the Lord's grace. Yeah, there's plenty of ways I can manipulate my mind into believing she's there smiling down on me and proud of me and all this stuff. I can say all this stuff, man, you know, to get myself through. But it doesn't matter, because that thought's going to keep going by, because I don't know the eternal things. I've never been on that side. I won't know my mom is there until God either reveals it very, 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 very drastically, not through the mouths of other people, but through either visions, dreams, or I get there. That's literally, those are the only things that I know for a fact I know. And so that struggle, that depression is in that family, man. And like, different family members struggled with depression, man. It's not an uncommon thing. And so I asked and I solicit for your two things. Your forgiveness if I've offended you. Like, I'm sorry. If you don't like me, I ask this thing, that you just let me go, man. Like, don't follow me. Like, get off my Facebook, unfriend me. It's okay. I'll be okay. I don't need friends. I don't need friends on this planet, because friends are only there most of the time for their advantage, or they're there, like, you know, when to pick up the pieces half the time. Not many people are checking on you, like when you're okay, or just, hey bro, you good? It's just a reality. We all have our lives. It's not anything against friends. I'm just saying, that's just, don't rely on friends. You got to rely on something that's never going to leave you or forsake you. You have to rely on an eternal source that's always there. So if this is my last message, let's say, you know, Lord forbid I die in a car accident, I'm okay with this being my last message to all you guys on social media. You know, I'm just saying that, man. I've made my peace with this life. I've seen my heart, the wickedness of my heart. I've been forgiven and redeemed for it. I've confessed many things and been freed from it. I'm not going to be bound to curses anymore. But the darkness is there, guys. I'm telling you, I struggle because I'm trying to make my Father in heaven happy, man. I'm trying. It's very hard with difficult people and difficult siblings sometimes. So understand that, man. So I pray for everyone that has come and watched this video. And if you lasted 30 minutes into a video, I cannot believe I made this video this long. It's probably just therapy for me. I don't know who it's going to affect, if it even is going to affect. But if it does, I pray that you just have a strong relationship with God. And so please just seek help if you need it. Don't believe every lie that is put into your brain, because they are lies. Anything that stops you from moving forward is a lie. It's a distraction tactic set to distract you. You cannot heal if you're always having to rebuild what you've already built. You cannot heal if you're always having to build everything that you've already built. You just can't, guys. So stop breaking stuff that doesn't need to be broken, and be broken before God, and let Him work on you. I'm broken before God. I'm going to be broken all day. And guess what? I'm going to smile, because God is good and He saved my soul. Guys, from me, Russ comes from a line of gangsters and freaking thugs, dude. I should not be a cop right now with everything that's gone on in my life. I should not be here. Everything I've gotten away with. If there was social media at the time that I was younger, I would not be a cop. I'm telling you, it would not be good. But God is good. So please, again, the first thing, forgive me. The second thing, please pray for me. Please pray for my family. That's all I ask. I want my family to be okay. But there's a darkness that is attacking us. And I just want everyone to be okay, even if I'm not here. That's it. And I'm gonna say, if I'm not here, because again, I don't fear dying. I have no fear of death, guys. So pray that that is used in a healthy, positive, life-giving or life-saving manner, not in a selfish and depressive and dark manner. And that's all. That's all I ask. And I'm laying that at your feet. You can judge away, but none of y'all challenge me in a boxing ring. All right, later.